Well, last week's Chinese spy balloon, right, had a lot of people looking up into the sky trying to spot that man-made object. In this morning's Spacing Out, we're not talking about spy balloons per se, but rather the thousands of other man-made objects that are floating around up there, right, Ross?
Oh, there's a lot, and if you see it, it'll get your attention and possibly even spook you if it catches you off guard.
I tell people as much as I can, stop looking down at your cell phone and look up every once in a while, right? You'd be surprised what you can see.
Michael Cushing is an astronomer professor at the University of Toledo. While he spends most of his time looking at natural objects in the night sky, he says man-made features can entertain adults and kids alike.
I was giving a star party to my daughter's class, and I kept looking up, and I'm like, oh, there's another satellite, and they're like, oh my God, a satellite. And I'm like, well, just look up once in a while. You'll see them all the time. I didn't make this happen tonight.
There are thousands of satellites orbiting Earth, and they can be seen a few hours after dusk and a few hours before dawn.
If it's sort of a star brightness and it's not blinking, that's probably a satellite.
And occasionally you might even see a flash in the sky if it lines up just right.
The angle between the sun, the satellite, and your eye is right. You'll get this big flash of light in the sky, and they're called iridium flares. The other thing that is kind of cool to see is the International Space Station.
You can find out when the ISS will be visible anywhere across the country by going to spotthestation.nasa.gov.
It's the reflection of sunlight down to our eyes is what causes it to be so bright. And you can't miss it. When it comes over, it's bright, and you're just like, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
The newest man-made feature in the sky is from SpaceX. The company plans to send up 12,000 Starlink satellites to improve internet, but those satellite launches have many worried.
If you see a streak of lines moving across the sky, it's not UFOs flying in formation, it's probably a SpaceX training.
And of course, you need clear weather to see any of that, right? Well, we've got it coming up for this weekend. Saturday night in particular looks fantastic right now. And there'll be 3 planets visible there just after sunset: Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Now, we mentioned the ISS, so that will not be visible over the next several days, but there are 2 really good flyovers next week. One will come up Thursday in the morning hours at 6:38 in the morning. The other, and this one's going to be spectacular, Saturday morning. So that's a week from this Saturday, 6:38 also in the morning to 6:45. It'll start in the southwest part of the sky, end up in the northeast part of the sky. And this thing's going to fly almost directly overhead. A 7-minute flight there for us to see. And of course, we'll post this on social media, but we're going to talk about it again next week to remind everyone about that spectacular flyover. Again, 2 of them next Thursday and a week from this Saturday.